Hello guys, welcome to PHP Basics section 2.2. Today I will show you how to integrate Bootstrap in your projects. So most of the developers, they use Bootstrap in all their projects. I use Bootstrap in all my projects because it's responsiveness, it's quicker, and the libraries that you have, it made it so much easier for developers. So if you need a website that is responsive on mobile and all the devices, you need Bootstrap. And so many things: responsive grid system, extensive pre-built components. So today I'll show you how to integrate Bootstrap in your projects. And to be able to integrate Bootstrap, you need to remember that all your files, you need to put them in the head. So I'll show you how to put it locally and how to request the Bootstrap library from the website. So the first thing you need to know is you need to go to getbootstrap.com. So this is the main website of Bootstrap, and there's two ways to do it. Okay, you can request the Bootstrap library from the website, okay, by adding a link in your head. So like now, if you click on get started, you just copy the CSS, copy paste the style sheet link into your head before all other style sheet to load our CSS. So if I copy and I put it here, so what happened here, it's my website. When my website will load, it will request the library of Bootstrap with this path. Alright, the problem with that, this is good for a small website, but if you have big website, you have so much libraries that you're gonna request, so you need to put it locally, because locally it's so much faster than requesting a path from a website. So to be able to do it, alright, so this way it works. Okay, so now I'll show you this example. I'll show you locally. So to get started, I'm gonna show you how to use the libraries of Bootstrap. So we're gonna use alerts. Okay, alerts, it's a message. Usually when you submit the form, you get your message is successfully received, blah blah blah, or you get this message wasn't able to be received. So Bootstrap made it so much easier for developers because you just need div. Okay, you need a div. And in the class, you're requesting the class, the CSS of Bootstrap. So now I want an alert, and alert danger. Alright, so the message will be this message wasn't submitted. Okay. So if you go to your browser, you refresh, so you see now I have an alert of Bootstrap. So you see it's so much easier because you just need to put the class of Bootstrap. So if you're not using Bootstrap, so if you remove the class, so you have a plain message. Okay, so what you need to do, there's so many ways to do it. You need to add the style, and that's why it's so much longer. That's why we use Bootstrap. So you need to put a background color, red. You need to find the right background color. So I'll show you the example. So you see now it's not nice. So I need to add margin, padding 20 pixels, let's say, for example. So you need to code everything, but Bootstrap made it so much easier, so you don't need to do all this. So you just put alert red, not red, sorry, danger. So Bootstrap have many ways to do it. So if you go and you debug, okay, you press Control Shift C to debug, and you just select. Okay, so you see the alert danger that we're requesting from the Bootstrap library. So the alert, the position, the padding, margin, bottom, border radius, background color, the color, border color. So if you don't want to use Bootstrap, you will need to code everything from scratch. So this make it so much easier for for everyone and for developers to be able to use this kind of libraries to make their life easier. So in alerts, you have so many alerts in Bootstrap, but usually most of the time we use 4 type of alerts. Give me a second here. Let's copy this and paste it. Keep going on the other one. Okay, so you see you have so many, the primary, so the primary it's in blue. This one is in, I think it's the info, the success, the danger, the warning. So you have so many types of alerts in Bootstrap. So you just put in the class, you put alert, alert primary, which is the first one, alert, alert secondary, and then you just put the message that you want. So this is for the alerts. Now I'm going to show you an example of, let me reindent. I'll show you an example of a button. Okay, so let's say you want a button in Bootstrap. Okay, so you just go to the class btn. Most of the time the syntax are pretty similar. So success, btn, button success, and I want to call it submit. Okay, you go back to your browser, you refresh, so you see you have a Bootstrap button already. You have everything, like the style sheet are already pre-made. So you have the color, the background color, the border color, display, everything, the font weight. So if you don't use Bootstrap, you will have to code everything from scratch. So you just have to go. So now you see you have an ugly button. So it make it so much easier for your projects to use Bootstrap. Another way, another example of this, btn success. So if you have a big project, you don't want to request so many libraries from the internet. Okay, so you just needed to put it locally, and to be able to put it locally, you just go to bootstrap.com. You download the file. Once you download it, it's in a zip file. Okay, so for the CSS version, you just need the bootstrap.min, and I'll show you the example of bootstrap.min, what is exactly. So you can use the bootstrap.css. The bootstrap.css, basically, it's the size, it's much bigger. So usually we use bootstrap.min for minified. That means the file is compressed instead of being you have space and you have break lines and everything. So I'll show you the both files. So this is a bootstrap.css, the regular one. So you see, you can see clearly all the classes. So in CSS, when you have dot and then the name after, this is a class. Okay, so if you have I forgot the name of this. If you have this and you have the name, so this is an ID. Okay, so you have all your Bootstrap file pre-made for you. Now the bootstrap.min, it's much harder to see it because it's all minified. So you have no spaces, you have no break line, so it takes less size, and it's much better for loading purposes. Once you publish your website, it's much faster. If you have so much libraries, it makes a difference. So to be able to put the other version locally, so you need to understand, you do link refer style sheet, and you put the path. And the path, what I did, I created a folder called assets. Okay, so you need, when you're making a project, you need everything to be clear and nice. So in assets, you put your CSS, your JavaScript files, images, icons, everything. So you go to your assets, right? CSS and bootstrap.min. Okay, so assets, CSS and Bootstrap.min. So now I have the path. So if I delete the request, if I go back to my browser and refresh, I'll have my Bootstrap files. Okay, same that requesting from Bootstrap itself, but when you're using so much libraries, it's better to download the library itself and put it in your project. So thank you very much for watching, and see you on section 2.3.